Paper was like gold in medieval times.
Oh, not tobacco. Sugar.
That everything we thought we knew about the world might turn out to be completely wrong.
Tonight on the House of Tiny Tearaways.
Wow! You're just not getting it.
As we reach the halfway point of the week, our families are beginning to get to grips with their children's behaviour. But for Tanya, the hard work has only just begun.
3 desperate families, each overwhelmed by parenting problems that have turned their toddlers into tearaways. They're going to be living here for just 6 days in the hope that they can turn their lives around. The person they're looking to for the answers is clinical psychologist Dr. Tanya Byron.
Working with 3 families in such an intense environment is unlike anything I've ever done professionally before, and it is a huge challenge. I'm working with the parents, I'm working with their children, and I'm building a community. It's a tough job to do in a very, very short space of time.
And for the families selected to be part of this programme, this is make or break. This is the House of Tiny Tearaways. It's the morning of the 4th day after playing with his dad Ian. 3-year-old Max Wilson is refusing to tidy his toys away.
We're going out. He's in a right mood today, isn't he?
Before coming to the House of Tiny Tearaways, Max's diet was so restricted that he was living off little more than yoghurt alone, eating up to 24 pots a day. Progress over the week has been steady but slow, with Max tasting carrot for the first time and learning that nuts can be fun. However, Tanya believes his parents' anxieties and emotional stresses could be a central cause of the problem.
Yeah, it's a big surprise.
Max, off the table! Off the table! Sit in your chair now.
How are the Wilsons progressing?
After quite a rapid start and a really encouraging day on Monday, I think Max is now showing his true colours. Max is a good example of a child who's never had any real boundaries set and has never really heard the word no. Now that they are beginning to say no, he's just saying no right back. But what's great is that Ian and Tina are seeing this as behavioural and are remaining calm and focused and firm, and they will win through, but it might take some time.
So what are your plans then for the Wilsons today?
Today they're going out, and I think they're ready to go out, and they're going out for 2 reasons. One, obviously, is to eat out, restaurants, a change of environment, food that they cannot really predict or have control over. But the second is that they're going out on an activity that will require a lot of investigation in dirty, earthy places looking for mini beasts. Ooh. So they're going to have it's a fun day, but for Max, I think it'll be really challenging.
Oh, Alice, lovely that goes.
With Max's tantrum escalating, Tanya goes in to help parents Ian and Tina.
Do you ever use time out with him? Put him in his room for a couple of minutes if he's really having a... Do you want to do one? Because you ignore him really well, but do you want to do one on him? Just stick him in his bed.
You're going in your bedroom now.
I'll come with you. Is that all right?
It's fine.
Yeah. Whoops.
Max, you're going in your room until you can calm yourself down.
What I do is leave him for 3 minutes Is this what would you do this at home?
I've done it before.
Is it effective?
Yeah.
It's just that he is so unbelievably strong-willed and he will tantrum for so long. Sometimes it's almost like he just needs a very clear right, that is it. We've got a minute left to go. So when you open the door, you just get down and you just hold him and can you use a stronger voice? Yeah. Max, I want you to stop now. Stop this now, or you can go back into your bedroom. Okay. And then if he doesn't, then we just shut the door again. Okay. But very clear.
Right, Max, I put you in this room because you were having a tantrum. Do you want to come out of this room? Right. You need to stop. Good boy.
Actually, don't lift him up, just walk. Just walk. Just walk away. Basically, if he continues to have major tantrums, we could try and use it a bit because it does stop it. But you see, now he's standing there waiting to see you go back, so we'll just walk this way. Okay. Wow, I tell you, that boy is going to make so much money in Hollywood one day. He's just having a massive tantrum. It's interesting, timeout works very well with him. He did stop straight away. Are you feeling stressed by the fact that he's challenging?
It's different. No, I wouldn't say challenging, because like I said, I can ignore it. If you tell me to do something, I can do it.
What annoys me at home is that the fact everything's left to me. If Max goes out anywhere, it's by myself. Ian never takes Max out anywhere. He's took him out once. Maybe 2 or 3 times, but it's a push. And it'll end up with us arguing over. I say, you've got to do something
I do
as
work
a dad.
7 nights a week, though.
But even in the afternoon when I come home.
I want to go quickly a couple of hours kit.
Yeah, but there's hours before you do go for your sleep and you don't do anything with him, and that's what really upsets me, because it relies on me. All the places I've been to, it's either by myself or with my friend.
You're feeling cross with each other now?
No.
It's not. It's only if he's something about it going screaming, it throws you off the track a bit.
He's just having a massive tantrum.
He'll carry on going, he will.
Yeah.
Until he passes out.
I've worked with children for years. I know genuine distress. There is not a single tear on his face. He's screaming.
I'm not looking, I'm just ignoring him. He's come up the corridor, so that's something.
I think another thing is you're a bit worried about what the parents are thinking as well, aren't
I can see him through that mirror.
Listen, everybody's here because there are things going on. And there are children like this all over the world. But the thing is, he is almost 3. He is a fully fledged card-carrying member of the Toddler Society. This is what they do. This is what toddlers do. Being a toddler is about learning to be independent. You haven't let him be independent because you've mollycoddled him and blanketed him and given him everything he wanted.
Max, when you stop screaming, you can have a cuddle with Mummy. Good boy. That's a clever boy. Good boy.
He came to you, you see, you didn't go to him.
Good boy, well done.
That's the difference. That's a very, very important lesson for him.
Right, we'll behave.
Giles Walton is trying to get his daughter Alyssa dressed to go out into the garden.
This one off as well. You can put them all back on in a second. Right, okay, put that one on. It's the wrong foot, it's the wrong foot. Put that one on that foot there.
Push her off your Go on, just move her. Sorry, soft carpet.
The Waltons arrived exhausted by 2.5-year-old Alyssa's demanding behaviour and chronic sleep problem. Her tantrums at bedtime were so bad she would scream until she almost passed out. To tackle Alyssa's sleep problem, Tanya has taught Liz and Giles the rapid return technique, which has so far been tough but incredibly effective. Alyssa was returned to her bed 46 times the first night they employed it, a figure which dropped dramatically to just 9 times last night.
Can you sit on Daddy's knee?
Do you want Daddy to do it?
I'll do it if you sit on Daddy's knee. No, you have to sit on Daddy's knee. If you whinge, you don't go.
Okay.
So stop whinging, there's a good girl.
And who do you want to come out with you, Mummy or Daddy?
No, Daddy's going to come out because I'm going to
Daddy's going to come out with
So don't
you
give her an
because
option,
Mummy
it's a cat.
is drinking a coffee and a water
If we give
and
her an
having a
option.
breakfast. Okay.
Listen, if we give her an option,
She'll always go for
well, no, it's not that. If you're giving her the choice, you're making it her decision, rather than saying, I think we should say,
It's our
Daddy's coming out with
decision,
you.
yeah.
Because when she says Mummy, then you say, well, you can't have that anyway.
Yeah.
You know? You do that to her sometimes. Do you want this? No,
Yeah.
well, you can't have it anyway. You know, you can't offer her something that she can't have.
We're halfway through the week. Regarding the Waltons, have you got any concerns?
I'm really curious about Liz.
Why?
Because I don't think Liz is as anxious as she thinks she is.
How do you mean? Because she says that she's so anxious, she's so worried about something happening to her little girl and she doesn't trust Giles with her.
I think Liz thinks that she is, and I kind of feel like Liz almost feels like she should be. Oh, I'm such an anxious mum, please help me not to be, but I love my child so much. I see her as playing at being anxious, and I see her as playing at being this maternal, overprotective presence in Alyssa's life. But I don't see Alyssa as a child who has had a lot of anxiety projected into her, because I don't think the anxiety exists. I think it does in Liz's head, but I haven't really felt it, and I don't see it in her child.
As Tina Wilson sets her son Max with the other families, husband Ian joins Tanya for their morning consultation. Earlier in the week, Ian told Tanya he has never known who his real father is, and that he lost the child at birth during a previous relationship.
It's very stressful this week for you, isn't it? What's the thing that's stressing you the most?
Seeing him so upset.
Is it upset, big time distress will cause him long-term emotional problems when he's an adult?
No. I don't like snapping at Tina. Because I know I'm doing it.
Why are you snapping, do you think?
I don't know, if you turn your aggression to the one you love, don't you?
And what are you feeling aggressive about?
I don't see Tina getting upset. And I'm thinking, well, obviously she's more stronger than me. She is.
She's stronger than you. Has that shocked you?
No. No, I don't.
Do you regret coming here?
No, I don't. Because I can see changes already.
What can you see? Tell me, let's focus on that.
It's loads of things. It is changing. I mean, even he started saying it now. It's like, if you're hearing somebody's tantrums, he's saying, I want my mummy back. And she's right next to him. I want to go home. Like, he's noticed his mum's changed. But he hasn't turned around and says, I want my daddy back. So I haven't changed yet, really, have I?
Do you think that's what he's saying?
I don't know, but he hasn't said it.
Do you think you haven't changed yet?
Oh, I do, yeah.
But what do you think you need to do to change more then?
Well, it's stronger, really, isn't it?
But I think for you, it's a very different process. I think Tina has been feeling emotional for years about this, and now is enjoying actually feeling strong. I think you've done what I think you've always done about emotional things in your lives. You've just
to the back of the mind, forgot about it.
It's not a problem, it's not a problem, it's not a problem, it's not a problem. And now you're here, and actually, I think you're thinking, you know, blimey, it really is a massive problem.
You can't escape to work, can you?
You can't escape to work, yeah, you can't sort of block it out your mind, can't switch the telly on and just blank it out. And you're with it 24 hours now a day. And I think it's almost as if you've been punched in the face. You look like someone who's been punched in the face, kind of a bit shocked, a bit freaked out, and a bit like, what is this all about? How much do you think it's got to do with Jack and the story behind Jack?
Well, I've said to Tina, I've put that far back in my mind, I don't really think about it. It's the other issues. I was saying to Tina yesterday, it's the other issues with my dad. Whatever happens to me, the way I've been brought up, I don't want it to happen to Max.
So you want him to know who his father is. But the problem that you're experiencing in this house at the moment is that you don't know what kind of father you are, because the father you've been previously is being dismantled. But I think what you're saying is, and I think it's very, very brave of you, I don't know how to be a father because I never had one. To be a parent is a bloody difficult job.
It is.
And we will always make mistakes. And that's good, because children have to learn that nothing is perfect in this world. You have a brilliant connection with your son. But I think what's happening now is that when he's angry and you're in a position where you have to ignore it and he gets really upset, I think you're frightened that he's going to feel rejected by you and he's going to feel that he hasn't got a dad, and you know what that feels like, and it feels terrible. And actually he's not feeling any of those things. He's feeling cross and he's having a tantrum. But what you need to watch is, after the tantrum, when you're having a cuddle with him, he loves you just as much as he ever did. Do you think you're a good dad?
I don't know. I don't know.
You're a good father.
What's good about him as a father?
Caring. Loving. You do anything for Max. You've got to stop believing in yourself. I think it's hit you more since my dad died, because my dad could always see that Ian's problems was due to his past. He could always see that. And he always was there for you, wasn't he? If you needed to talk to him, he'd be there to talk to you. And he always could see that, and I think you clung to him a bit. Because the day that he died, I sat outside the room when you went to see him, and you broke your heart. I suppose you feel like now he's gone, you're back to
Nothing.
nothing again.
Was he important to you? Was he the closest you've ever had to an older male father type figure in your life?
Probably at the time it was.
There's been so much, hasn't there? So much. And you've been in this house 3 and a bit days, and already you're seeing some changes in your son's behaviour, really good changes at the meal table.
Definitely good change, definitely.
And I guess I want to say to you, if you can make those changes feeling like this, as we start to kind of work through this, as you leave this house, go home, start to feel stronger and more positive, how can you not be anything else than effective parents?
Tanya has arranged for the Wilsons to take part in a special activity away from the house. While they leave for their day trip, the Waltons prepare some lunch.
No, I'm going the wrong place.
No, no, no.
You need to watch her. If I'm preparing food, it's like you're putting something to help me, but you need to clean up me. No climbing. Tell her what you're saying no for.
Right, basically, you were climbing up on the...
No,
Listen,
Giles.
You were climbing...
Giles. Don't just give her a long explanation when she doesn't understand the words. Just say, don't climb. Don't go. Basically,
Right,
you were climbing
don't
up on there.
climb
You're not
on
allowed
the
to.
chair.
You know,
Please,
she
thank you.
can't do a long concentration and understanding. She's only 2. Can't treat her like an equal, because she's not. She's 2.
Oh, here we go. Alyssa, no.
Will you have some?
Yes.
You can have CRISPSs later. If you have them at the table with all the kids, they'll want it. Giles!
Okay.
What's this united front?
Yes.
Not you being 2.
United front. Do you want
This
me to...
annoys me now.
Right.
And Tanya, like I said, we're trying to do this united front. Was you having a paddle? You did it on the trampoline
Okay.
yesterday. You're doing it now. You do it at home. You've got to stop being 2. Otherwise I'll treat you like her.
Right, okay.
You want me to back you up? Stop acting like she does.
Right, okay. Can I have a piece of cheese now? Show you.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Can I sit down? I think I'll fall down. Go on. There you.
Before arriving at the house, Lisa Bailey had no control over her unruly 3-year-old twins, Cameron and Carone,
Oh, for goodness
which was making life at home with their older brother Cairo and sister Shadell hellish. Tanya has encouraged Lisa to have more positive interaction with all her children and hopes that by establishing a clearer and more consistent routine, the bad behaviour will stop. Lisa has joined Tanya in the quiet room.
Okay, how are you feeling today?
Oh, I'm okay today. Yeah, up bright and early. I'm okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
brilliant. What do you think about the boys' behaviour in the house?
It's changed a lot.
In what way?
They're just a lot calmer now, and they seem to be behaving a bit more. I mean, they've had a few occasions where they, just trying to be a bit stubborn, but their behaviour's changed really a lot. It has. I have realised it.
And
so
right, so it has.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Why?
Because of me.
Because
I'm more calm and settled. I'm not shouting a lot, am I?
No, you're not.
I'm being,
Okay, so it's something about you. What else do you think is contributing to the change in the boys' behaviour?
The sleep. Enough sleep. Yeah. And Camille went out like a light again last night. No book, no milk or anything. So, but no, it does. I would never have thought, as I told you before, that sleep obviously interferes with, what they do in the day.
Absolutely.
And
And
how
they're
they
getting
behave.
they're getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep more a night than they normally do.
Yeah.
And they're much nicer kids during the day.
I know, they are.
Right.
They are.
But can you see it's a vicious cycle?
Yeah, I can.
They behave badly.
Yeah.
So you get cross and tired.
Uh-huh.
You don't take them out.
Yeah.
So they don't expend their energy.
Yeah.
Comes to bedtime, they're so full of energy because they've done nothing apart from sit in the house all day and be bored.
Oh.
They mess around.
Yeah.
They mess around, they don't sleep enough. They don't sleep enough, they behave badly during the day. They behave badly during the day, you get cross and tired.
Yeah.
You get cross and tired, you don't take them out.
Yeah.
They don't go out, they're bored.
Yeah.
They're bored, they race around at bedtime. They don't get enough sleep.
Yeah.
They don't get...
Yeah,
Can you
it's
see?
right, yeah. You would never have thought, never. But yeah, you're right.
Yesterday when we were talking, you were tearful and talking about how you're on your own and you feel very lonely and it's very difficult. And I was quite worried afterwards because what's been in my head is what on earth is going to happen to Lisa when she goes home? Is she strong enough to be able to continue what she's been doing here in that place where she feels quite down a lot of the time?
I will try, and I want to do it 100%, but then who knows, whether or not I can just feel like, I can't be bothered anymore, I feel to give up. But right now, I do know that I do want to do it. What I've done in here, I do want to go back home and do it.
You're making good progress, but if I can be really honest with you, what worries me about you, Lisa, is that I don't think internally you've quite understood how important you are to this whole process.
Okay. But I am though, ain't I? But I know what you're saying, but I do feel that I will be okay. I will be okay.
I don't think you fully appreciate that it is you who can make the difference to the boys' behaviour, to your relationship with Shadell, to the way Cairo is. You are the key, not them.
Okay.
This isn't about the boys. This is all about you.
Me.
You.
Okay, yeah.
It's midweek in the House of Tiny Tearaways, and Dr. Tanya Byron is getting to grips with 3 new sets of parenting problems. 3-year-old Max Walton was living on 24 yogurts a day.
A bit for Mummy.
Tanya has discovered that there's more to the problem than just Max's The Waltons were completely exhausted by Lisa's sleep problem, which was compounded by the the mum. To combat this, Tanya wants Liz to share her daughter and Giles to assert himself more as a parent. Lisa Bailey is at the end of her tether with her 3-year-old tearaway twins, Carone and 4 days in, she's still struggling to implement Tanya's advice. Still to come.
Stand up or walk. I'm fed up with you now. No!
Well, we'll start with this
one, you've got 5 minutes to build a rocket.
Carry on, Caron.
Lots of fun, lots of enthusiasm.
Tanya has set up a couple of creative activities to help Lisa engage the twins and their older brother, Cairo, in play.
There's some glue in here.
Camille, look, you can stick it down. Caron, can you get Mummy one of these? Get Mummy one of these in the basket. Thank you, and come over here. Camille, I've got something. Is this going to stick onto here, I wonder? Do you think it will stick onto? Sit down. Come on, let's sit down. Should we stick this here?
Look at mine, Camille.
In there's some cotton wool. Can you get it for Mummy, please?
Okay, so what's going on here is that you're completely leading the play and just giving them instructions.
Oh, right, okay.
So what we want to do now is let them just sit down and do what they want, and you just say, oh, are you sticking it there? Oh, that's really good, because they're just standing there waiting for orders, and look, they're getting bored. So get them back and let them just rummage away and do what they want.
This way, no, we're over here first. Look, Camille, you got to make one yourself, and you, Caron. Come on,
get them to
get what you want.
And you do a running commentary of what they're doing. Let's do this together. Right.
Come on.
What's in here? What can you see? What is there?
What do you want to do?
Are you going to put that on your rocket?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what are we going to use for your rocket then? What do you want to use in here? What should we use? Do you want to use a box?
Come on in.
I know, glue on here.
You want to use those? Okay, so we'll take those for your rocket as well.
Look what Cairo's doing. Come and do the same. Come on, Caron. Come on.
Be more creative. Don't keep telling him come on because he's going to say no. It's like, oh my goodness, look.
Wow.
Very good.
Look.
Where do you want to stick that? On there?
What is it? Come and have a look over here.
Rating your rocket.
Come put your name on it. Come on, right.
It's lots of commands, lots of commands, lots of commands. If you...
Get him over here.
Right, well, let's have a think about this. You could be doing a funny game. Like, you could say, right. Oh!
Hey, Cairo, careful. Look, the glue there.
What's that?
And you've got glue there as well.
Yeah, can you do it? Is it?
What else do you want to put on there?
What's that?
Come on, Caron.
Here you go. You do something.
Do it. Shall I do it for you? Where should I put it? Or you can put it. Are you going to put it down? Yeah, you take it then.
Did you do that? Shall I do
Oh,
some?
look, more imagination now. Wow.
Tanya leaves the Baileys to continue playing by themselves.
Anyway, I'll let you collect your leaves and your notes. See you in a minute.
I'll do this, all right. Oh, look, you got your name on here. Isn't that nice? This is your special book. Oh, come on, Caron. Look, we're going to pick up some leaves and grass. Come on, let's go and see what's in the garden that we can keep and put in our book. Come on, let's pick up some things. Look, Caron, do you like these leaves? Let's pick up some things.
I think because Lisa has fundamentally given up with these boys, with all her children in some ways, and she has a very negative perspective of her life, of her environment, of her circumstances, and of her children's behaviour, that she has lost a sense of joy of parenting, and you see that in her play, both verbally and non-verbally. It's not very upbeat, it doesn't feel very engaging or very exciting, it's full of orders that are being barked, sit down, sit down. The pitch of her voice is right up in her throat, and it sounds strained and it sounds stressed, and children pick up on all of that. But as she's gone around the activities, she is managing to engage them more and more, and I think, as simple as it sounds, this is probably the most valuable work I'm doing with her in the house out of everything. I think here I am teaching a mother, a young mother who comes from a very difficult environment, who has a lot of odds stacked against her, who has 4 kids of very different ages, 2 of whom are twins. I think I'm teaching her how to play with her children and learn to enjoy them, and that I think will be so valuable for her.
Tanya has set the Wilsons out on an insect nature trail to encourage them to have more fun with Lisa's play.
We will be running around, rolling around in the wood this afternoon. Hopefully we'll start relaxing and realise, well, Mummy and Daddy do it, it's all right for me to do it. Right, where do you think we're going to find all these bugs?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Come on then.
With the hunt on, Max is still a little reluctant to get too dirty.
Ooh, what are these, maggots?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Can you pick it up with your hands?
Oh, dirty.
But Mum and Dad don't mind getting stuck in at all.
Yachts, mate.
Yes,
Are you
All right.
Go on then,
Daddy got
Max's
through.
turn now.
No.
Come on, Daddy got
Go
through.
on then, you try.
Go on your hands and knees.
No.
Why?
I'm too little.
You're not. How come I got through it?
You climb over this.
You climb over that bloody tree.
Mud, glorious mud.
Yeah, but use your hand, Max. Use your hand. Oh, use your hand. Oh, fine, to worm. You hold it for Daddy.
Hold it.
Why Daddy puts it? Hold it.
I'm too muddy.
Pick it up. Good boy. Put it in Daddy's pot. Well done, Max. Good boy.
Max, do it. And that one.
No, Max going to pick it up and put it in. Good boy.
And messy play starts to become a lot more fun.
Hooray! No, with your hand. No, you're like this, Max. Move. Like this.
We've never done anything like that. We've taken him to the park, but he normally stays clear of it.
Nice to see him get mucky for once.
Yeah. We enjoyed it, didn't we, Max? Max, enjoy it? Can you say yes?
With the hunt over, it's time for a well-earned lunch and for Ian and Tina to try out a few of Tanya's eating strategies.
Nice.
Kiss it.
Kiss it. No, you show me what I've got to do then, because I don't know how you kiss carrots. That's not, well, I haven't got to, that's not kissing.
Although not trying different foods, Max is eating from a combination plate, something that never used to happen.
To get more peas, you need to pick that up.
No.
Look, Mummy's going to put hers on Daddy's plate. There you go, Daddy.
Hey.
Good boy.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah, it's been fantastic, isn't it? Not one temper tantrum, have I? Not one.
No, it's been a really
nice
and exciting day.
Yeah.
Got a lot out of it. Max has got extremely muddy and not really made a great deal of fuss.
Mud fun? Yes. Tell Mummy mud's fun.
It's fun, Mummy.
Pardon?
It's fun.
What's fun? Mud is fun.
Mud is fun,
lots
man.
and lots
Clever
of fun.
boy.
Alyssa Walton is playing with the Bailey family.
Back to me. Can I come in, please? Yeah. Hello. What's your name?
While her parents, Liz and Giles, join Tanya in the consultation room to
evacuate
discuss
at the
sleep
same time.
progress.
So how's sleep going from your point of view?
And I feel that she's slept really well.
So how cool are you? Because you really cracked that, Giles.
Fine, you know, I mean, yeah.
She'll forget it, yeah.
We'll see how good it is tonight, because obviously our decision is to get rid of the dummy tonight.
Well, is that the decision?
It is
Is
the
that the equal, unilateral, united,
I've
absolute?
said it from day one
but-
anyway, as
yeah.
in, but obviously it's down
I
to
want
Liz
to give it a go,
agree with
but
it.
I want it to be there that if it gets too much.
Well, then we're not doing it.
But
That's
what,
me being-
I'm not standing up till 4 in the morning with her screaming for a dummy then.
Well, then don't get rid of the dummy. If we get rid of it and then it's a really terrible night tonight and at the end of it all you give her the dummy, we will have gone back so many steps.
Alright, I'll do it then. Definitely.
Your heart's got to be in it.
Yeah, we'll do it. I'll do it.
Which means every dummy you've got in this house has to go.
Okay. There you go.
I think this is more about you comforting yourself in relation to her than what she actually needs. She is cool. She will come through it. I think she's the least anxious person in this family. Let me show you some of the anxiety, shall I? Because I've got some clips from yesterday.
God. Yeah,
Well,
okay.
let's have a look at it because I'm really intrigued by the anxiety that you show.
Good girl. Oh my God. Careful. Watch what you are doing.
Me got gaggy.
Oh my God. Are you alright?
Yeah.
That's twice. Third time you're coming off. No, just sit here. That was mine.
Right.
Yeah?
Who was the most freaked out by all of that?
Neurotic mother. That was, yeah, me, definitely. When they stumble, when they fall something, you go, your heart jumps into your mouth, you know, you do.
But when you have that moment of panic, you launch yourself at her. But what gave her the message that it was unsafe was your reaction. And then you said, if it happens a third time, I'm taking you off.
Would you have done?
I'd have asked you to keep away from that bridge.
And what would you have done?
I'd have kept away from the bridge.
Why? Why?
Because she asked us to keep away from the bridge.
But why do you agree all the time with Liz's sort of anxiety, neurotic sort of commands?
Make her happy, I suppose.
So actually, this is interesting to me. Liz's kind of happiness and well-being is more important to you than whether or not your daughter has a really fun time. Why can't you say, no, Liz, she's staying on the bridge, deal with it?
I'm not a confrontation guy.
If I've got a mood or whatever, that's to him is a confrontation.
So what happens to Alyssa's needs then?
Very bad because they get pushed to one side.
We're not having that anymore. We're not.
Well, it's right though, isn't it? I am. I'm pushing them to one side because I don't want confrontation with you.
But you always put me first. You did when I was pregnant.
I always put you first, yes. So.
It was all me.
Why do you think that is, Giles? Why do you think you always put Liz first?
I love her, I suppose.
Oh, thank you. But it's not good
enough.
No, it's when I found out I was pregnant, Giles didn't want a baby. He wasn't ready, and he went through the whole pregnancy not wanting baby, not wanting baby, not wanting baby. He kept saying, I don't want to lose you, I want to be there for you, I'll do whatever I have to do, but I don't want this baby. All the way through. You were adamant, weren't you?
Why didn't you
no, he didn't want to
I don't know,
leave
it was major things. I didn't think I was old enough, didn't think I was right. Thought about punching her in the stomach to have a miscarriage. Everything was going through my mind, emigrating, moving down south, just getting it out of the way. We had to talk, didn't we, when I found out you were pregnant. And I said, right, obviously, we can't bring an unplanned child into this world. It was a mistake what's happened. We should go for an abortion. And we agreed on that, didn't we?
No, we didn't.
Well, all right, then I thought we'd agreed on that. And I booked the abortion and everything else. I think it was a couple of days before the actual consultation. And I said, I can't do it. I can't go for it.
I never was going to do it.
Yeah, well, I thought she was.
You wouldn't listen then. And I bluntly had to, even though I kept trying to be nice with the way I was saying it, because he was going through, he really did go into this complete, almost like a breakdown, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
When you say a breakdown, what were you experiencing? How was it showing itself?
Everything.
Didn't eat.
I didn't eat. Like I said, I lost half a stone of weight in a week.
Couldn't concentrate at work.
Couldn't
Anything
concentrate on work. People know obviously problems at work, and I was just walking around for the first couple of weeks, I suppose, literally in a daze.
So you really did almost break down.
Literally, yeah. I was very, very, very close.
I must have.
You were going to commit suicide.
Oh yeah, but again, not to.
It's a passing thought. Same as.
You know what I mean? It's like everything had gone through my mind.
Right.
To becoming a father, to getting rid of the baby, to
getting rid of yourself.
Yeah, everything. At the time, I was still living with my parents.
So you lived with your parents?
Oh yeah, I did.
Until Alyssa was 2 months old.
My parents didn't know.
I suppose in a sense your parents looked after you. Your mum looked after you.
Oh yeah. I didn't lift a finger. My mum made my bed for me. I was attached to my mum's apron strings, if you like, if you want to be as blunt.
So in a sense, what we're saying is that although you're an adult man, you were still a child.
Theoretically, yeah.
And then a child is told that he's going to become a father.
Mm.
I can imagine that must have completely blown your head apart.
Mm.
When you had these thoughts, the sort of thoughts of committing suicide or the thoughts of getting rid of Liz or getting rid of the baby, punching her in the stomach, did you actively plan them, or these were just things that you were saying?
These were just thoughts.
Right. Okay. You went through this kind of major breakdown. Then what happened?
When you were going all mental, I sat you down and I said, right, you either leave completely, forever, go away, don't ever come back, or you stay. And he said, well, I'll be here and I'll support you throughout pregnancy, emotionally, financially, and everything you want, but I don't want anything to do with the baby. I don't love it, I don't want it and all that still. But I don't want to lose you. That's what you said, didn't you?
Mm.
I wonder whether, Giles, you never say no to Liz, even if it's about Alyssa, because you feel so guilty about what went on through the pregnancy and what you contemplated.
Possibly, never thought about it like that. Maybe, I don't know.
Do you have any resentment towards Giles about his behaviour during the pregnancy and his initial reaction to Alyssa?
Not consciously.
But is that one of the reasons why you kind of find it hard to share her? Because there's a part of you that thinks, well, listen, mate, you didn't even want her in the first place.
Possibly. It's not something I consciously think, you know. Yeah. I'm not sat there thinking it through in my head, but I suppose it is something I don't forget and I haven't forgotten. It is something that is still there.
How do you feel about the fact that he wanted to get rid of her?
If I go back to think about that, I try not to think about that sort of time and everything now, because if I do think about that,
It's a time in our life that we don't want to really think about.
What upsets you the most?
I thought about getting rid of my daughter.
You see, we never discussed that. You never tell me that now.
No.
So as far as I know, it's still
put it this
the
way,
same
I
thing.
wouldn't change it for the world now. You know what I mean? Simple as that.
But if it's not thought about, talked about, and worked through, if you don't say, Liz, what you need to say to Giles, if you don't say, Giles, what you need to say to Liz, then, from my point of view, these unresolved, intense experiences, and it sounds like the most intense experience, huge, these unresolved, intense experiences will always find their way into family life. Always. And you see, for me now, things start to become clearer. Unless it's kind of addressed in some way, we'll make loads of superficial changes in the house, but I'll bet you any money you'll go home and it'll all fall apart again. Because these things, these big stories behind behaviour, will pull the behaviour down again.
Tanya has encouraged Lisa Bailey to work on her parenting skills and engage her children with more positive interaction. Following Tanya's advice, Lisa is keeping Crow and Theo entertained.
Round and round, round and drive the bus, the wheels on the bus go round and round all day long.
Where are you going? You're going this way? You're going that way?
Outside, the Wilsons return from their day out hunting creepy crawlies.
Great puzzle.
Know what they've been doing.
You're doing brilliantly, Cairo.
Jigsaw.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome home, UK. Hey, Max. Have you had a lovely day? Did you have a good day?
You told Tanya what we've been doing.
What did you do today?
We went for a walk in the woods looking for bugs, and we got extremely dirty.
You seen loads of wiggly worms, didn't you?
We can't find any ladybirds.
No,
You
we
couldn't
couldn't
find
find
any
Couldn't find
ladybirds.
any ladybirds.
No.
Now, yesterday when we had our messy, mucky play, he wouldn't even crawl through the mud that was on the plastic sheeting. Have you seen some progress today?
Yeah, 'cause he climbed over a dirty tree, didn't he?
We picked up dirty worms and dirty sticks, and we've not had one whimper, not one tantrum,
Not
not
one?
one
Not one
moan,
temper tantrum. no.
Nothing.
Incredible.
Not one.
nothing at all.
That is really good. Are you pleased?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is brilliant. Right, tell me
Loads
about
of
lunch.
peas. Yeah, at least.
We had dinner. Max sat down and had dinner. We had chips, chicken and peas, and then he asked for more peas. And I said, to have more peas, you've got to put that bit of carrot on Daddy's plate, and he did it.
And he did it.
Brilliant.
Without
We
even
tried
fuss
with the
them.
chicken, he wouldn't do the chicken.
He's in an environment which is a restaurant. He's, as you say, there's lots of activity, lots of people. But he ate. Did he sit nicely at the table?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've
Did he
had
have a tantrum?
No.
Did he ask for his blanket?
No.
Did he ask to be fed?
No.
Did he ask for yogurt?
No.
No, he didn't actually.
Did he try and get down?
No.
Did he push the food away?
No.
No.
Did he let eat the peas if they touched other food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that is major progress for this child.
He's
Is it
had
not?
an absolutely fantastic day. We have. We've had a wonderful day. We've had no.
He actually said mud was fun,
Yeah,
didn't he?
we got it on film.
Mud is
It's
fun,
We said to
Max.
him, what's the best part of today? And he said, getting dirty.
Zoom!
Say
With
goodbye.
breakthrough being
Now,
made
guess
at
what,
bedtime,
Alyssa?
Liz and Giles Walton
We've
have
got the
decided the
dummy
time has
fairy
come
in
for
the
2.5-year-old
house.
Alyssa to
And
stop
the
sucking on a
fairy's
dummy
gonna come
when she goes to
down
sleep.
from the
To help her say
sky
goodbye, Tanya has arranged a
anytime
symbolic ceremony
around
with the help of a special friend.
Is the dummy fairy going to come? Wow! Where's the dummy fairy? Where's the dummy? I can see Shall we give the dummy fairy your dummies? Shall we hold them up? Thank you, sweetheart.
They're wonderful.
All right, darling, do you want to put them in the basket to give them to the fairy? 1, 2, 3, 4. And shall we say bye-bye, dummies?
Say bye,
Say
Diddy.
bye-bye.
Say bye-bye, Alyssa. Okay.
Bye, dummies.
And then they go back.
No more, do we?
Bye-bye,
Oh,
dummies.
look at all these glitter on the
No,
floor.
no,
It's in the sky.
away. Oh, look, she's left you some of her sky. Now, I wonder if the dummy fairy's going to give you something instead for being such a big, brave girl. What do we think, everyone?
Yeah.
Oh, what has she got for you? What has she got in there? These are for you. Do you want to take them?
What is it?
You have got some. Let's have a look. What are these? Fairy slippers. We'll put her back there.
Thank you.
And shall we see what it says on here? It says Alyssa's pillow.
Oh, look. Isn't that pretty?
There you go. That's for her now to comfort her at night. Brilliant. And to help her go to sleep. Ladies and gentlemen, Alyssa Walton's officially off her dummies. Well done, Alyssa. Very good.
Come on, give us your big girl, are you?
It's tea time in the House of Tiny Tearaways. Lisa Bailey and her 3 boys are eating at the table.
Stop it! Showing off with your burger.
Do us a haircut. No banging. No banging. Camille's going straight to bed, I see anyway.
No!
You are?
No!
Look. No. Right, give us that spoon. Hello, no! That is tired as well. Get in that bedroom now. I want to eat my food. This happens all the time. Now get in there and don't come out. Go on. Get in there and don't come out. Stay in there. Now you sit down and be quiet and just eat your food.
While Corone remains in the bedroom, Lisa returns to the dining table to finish her food.
When we were changing her pants.
Don't you start, Camille, because I will put you out there.
Before, she was hitting me.
A plate, we should put it in a full burger. And normally I'd given her half.
Yeah.
And I'd have had 1.5. You know. But Giles has got enough there.
Don't look at him.
That's my water.
Don't look at him. These people must think we're so greedy. No, I don't mind. Is there cheese on there?
No cheese.
Oh, okay. Why can you do that? No, you can't put that back in your mouth. Don't be silly.
Were you supposed to go and talk to Tanya?
No, she said she was going to talk. I thought it was with all of us. Oh, yeah. Cameo, can you go get Corone for me, please?
Put your bit on.
You must be sitting there and fall asleep.
Let's go and get your brother.
Oh, I think I'll have an early night myself. Get Corone for Mummy, please.
You want milk? This is anyone that has it. Sophia?
What is that?
It's actually Rose's name.
What is what, darling?
Huh? Rose sleeping?
Yeah.
See, I knew he would sleep. Eat your burger, eat some rice. No, you don't deserve none after what you've put me through. No, I'm sorry. Quiet, and I'll get you some juice. Thank you. Good boy. I'll get you some juice. Do you want some burger? Don't go and spoil the puzzle. Look, take the cars. Oh, Carly, you can get your cars. Right, you're playing up again. You're going in the bedroom right now, so I can clear off my keys. No, you are, Cameo.
No.
You had a bad day, Lisa.
Huh?
You had a bad day.
They've just started. Every time I want to try and do dinner, they're just always getting on my nerves. And they don't listen. It's really annoying. Even Cairo, all of them has just got on my nerves today. So I need to put him in the bedroom now, because he's really got to tick me off again. No. No, because you understand as well.
He knows
Cameo.
exactly what you're doing.
Cameo. Yeah, I know. Come on. You're going to bed. No! No! Stand up! Stand up and walk! I'm fed up with you now! No! No! Stand up! Stand up! Get up! And you come out, I will turn off the lights. Don't come out.
While Corone and Cameo sleep, in the Waltons' room, it's bedtime for Alyssa and crunch time for Mum Liz.
And touch them.
2 nights ago, the Waltons tackled Alyssa's sleep problem head-on using the rapid return technique. Giles had to return Alyssa to her bed 36 times in 52 minutes of constant crying. While this improved dramatically last night, with Liz having to put Alyssa back in bed just 9 times, she now faces the challenge of settling Alyssa to sleep without a dummy for the first time.
My big girl, I'm proud of you. I love you very much, okay?
Bye.
Don't be sad, you're such a good girl. Okay. I'll see you in the morning. Yeah. It's a good girl. Don't cry, darling. I've put your little light on here, look. See this little green special light, okay? And that's going to stay on there. Because I'm going to do that, okay? Oh, dear.
Amazingly, it takes just 1 rapid return before Alyssa falls asleep. The question for Liz and Giles is, how long will it last?
They're both asleep.
Tanya is concerned about Lisa Bailey's use of time out with her
okay.
sons
So she'll
Corone
do
and
it for a
Cameo.
Oh gosh, they've just really got me down today.
I know. Listen, let's sit down. I'm quite worried about you.
Oh, why?
Because I think you're just not getting it.
Oh, they just don't listen.
But it's going to take time, Lisa.
Yeah, I know.
And
I'm
you
trying
are,
to be
you are. I've
patient.
just watched you drag one of them by the arm
Yeah.
down the hall. I've watched yell at him as you've put him into timeout.
I just threw Corone in there, like.
Yeah, I
'cause he's just,
saw.
Because he's just getting me so, and he should know, like, you know, the routine by now as well, as much as I know.
He's not even 3.
Yeah.
And he's used to a very different kind of routine. But what worries me, Lisa, is that we have conversations and you say to me, I understand.
Yeah.
And you make an effort for a little bit and you try really hard.
Yeah.
Time out doesn't mean just sticking your kids in a room and leaving them.
Okay. It's because I was trying to get dinner ready as well. I think that's why, you know, because they're just not behaving. And all I want to do is just, you know, just do dinner. No hassles, no nothing. And then that's why, obviously, I'm like this.
But when you're doing dinner, you don't you don't look at them, you don't interact with them, except to turn around and tell them off.
Yeah. But it is really hard, though. I know what you said, you know, trying. But, you know, it's really tiring as well. You know, it can be quite hard.
I know it's hard.
Yeah, it is.
It's really hard. But if you want their behaviour to change, you have to change yours.
Okay. Yeah, and even Cairo as well, he's just really irritating. All of them just irritating me today. Cameo as well, you see, when he stayed in
But
there...
you're blaming your kids all the time. They're children.
Okay.
They're 3. You're the adult. You're 30. All you seem to do is say, yeah, but he does this and he does that. But they're kids, and what we know about them is that what they're used to is only getting attention from you when you're yelling at them.
Yeah.
And it's going to take a long time for that to change, because it's going to take a long time for them to learn the new rules that you're now setting down. And I mean, I'm talking weeks and months, not like 24 hours. If you can't sustain it for a number of days, their behaviour won't change.
Yeah.
And what I'm seeing is you make a little bit of progress and then it's as if you just suddenly forget everything we've talked about, lose it, fall apart, and I'm suddenly thinking, my gosh, she's dragging her child down the corridor screaming at him. Every piece of good work you've done then is undone because you're back to square one. So what I want to say to you is you've got 48 hours left.
Yeah.
We're going to have to work with it.
Yeah.
But what I know is the only way you are going to change their behaviour is if you change yours.
Yeah.
And that means really change yours.
Yeah, okay.
48 hours.
Yeah.
Tomorrow on the House of Tiny Tearaways.
Max, look.